This is called a hardcover book, and this is called a paperback book. The outside of a book is called the cover. So this is the front cover, and this is the back cover. In English, we have a saying, "Don't judge a book by its cover." This basically means that you can't look at a person and know what type of person they are on the inside. For example, if your daughter sees a homeless man and says, "Mommy, look at that lazy man," you might say, "Don't judge a book by its cover. You don't know anything about that man." Also, this book is fiction and this book is nonfiction. A fiction book is a book that tells you a story or stories about things that are not real. A nonfiction book is a book that you use to get information about things that are real. Books have pages, and the words are on the pages. For example, Chapter 2 begins on page 15. Or, I found this information on page 32. But when we talk about opening a book and seeing a specific page, we use to or at. In the US, a teacher would say, "Please open your books to page 7. But in the UK, they would say, "Please open your books at page 7. When you go from one page to the next, that is called turning a page. And again, we can use the preposition to. So a teacher would say, "Please turn to the next page." Books that you can't stop reading because they are so interesting or so exciting are called page turners, because you keep turning to the next page to see what happens next. For example, that book was a real page turner. I needed to go to sleep, but I didn't want to stop reading it. Also, when you do this, this is called folding down the corner of the page, or dog-earing. For example, I'm so upset because I let my friend borrow my favorite book, and he dog-eared half the pages. If you borrow a book from someone, it's better to use one of these instead of dog-earing the book. This is called a bookmark. And finally, we are going to talk about some idioms that have the word book in them. But first, I very quickly just want to say that if this is your first time watching one of my videos, I create 3 new videos each week. So if you are finding this one useful, please don't forget to subscribe to this channel. Okay, the first idiom that we have is the oldest trick in the book. We use this when someone is trying to fool or deceive someone in some way. If someone says, "That's the oldest trick in the book," that basically means you are not as clever as you think you are. You are not deceiving me right now. I see what you are doing. To hit the books just means to study. But it sounds a bit more like you are very serious about studying, or you are studying for something very important. To do something by the book means that you do it exactly the way that you are supposed to do it. You don't skip any steps, you don't make any mistakes, and you don't cheat. You do everything perfectly. For example, there are corrupt police officers who do not care about the law. And there are also some honest police officers who do everything by the book. To be an open book basically just means that you are a very open person. So if someone is an open book, this means that they will probably answer any questions that you might ask them. For example, I am generally an open book. I don't hide information from people or try to pretend that I am someone who I am not. If you ask me normal questions about my personal life or my experiences, I will answer them honestly. So yeah, that's all for today. Thank you for watching.